ዛሬ እንግዲህ ወደ ፊታቸው ቀረብኩ አንድ ጉዳይ ይዤ ነውና ያ ምንድነው በኢትዮጵያና ከኢትዮጵያ ውጪ ኢትዮጵያዊ የሆናችሁ ኤርትራዊ የሆናችሁ ሁላችሁ ብዙዎቻችሁ በነጎን ኤን ራኢ የኛ ራኢ ማለት ነው አንድ ጌታን የምትወዱ ሁለተኛ ደግሞ እኔ የምትወዱ በየቦታ ያላችሁ ቅዱሳኖች አላችሁ በተለያየ ቦታ ያላችሁ ሰዎች አላችሁ እናንተ ሰዎች ማለት ነው የመጀመሪያው ነብይ እስራኤል በጣም የምወድክ እኔ ባንተ ደስተኛ ነኝ ባንተ ራኢ ደስተኛ ነኝ በእርግጥ እኔ ያንተ ቸርች አባልም አይደለም አገልጋይም አይደለም በዛም አይደለም ያለው ግን ባንተ በጣም ደስተኛ ስለሆንኩ ያንተ ራኢ እንዲቀጥል ስለምፈልግ ባንተ ደስተኛ ስለሆንኩ በዚህ ራኢ ጎን እንደ አንድ አብሮ ሰራተኛ እንደ አንድ ፓርትነር መሆን ይፈልጋሉና የምችለው ያክል እኔም በየወር ሳፖርት በማድረግ ያንተ ራኢ ማስቀጠል ይፈልጋለሁ ጌታ ባንተ ለኔ አይቻለሁ በአካል ባታገኘኝ እንኳን ራኢን አይቻለሁ ስለዚህ ራኢ እንዲቀጥል የኔ መሻቴ ነው የኔ ፍላጎቴ ነው እኔ ከማገኘው ነገር ሁሉ ጊዜ ላንተና ለዚህ ራኢ እኔ በየወር ወደ አካውንት ያስገባለሁ አንተን ባረከ የምትሉ የትም ቦታ ያላችሁ ቅዱሳኖች ሁላችሁ ማለት ነው ከኛ ጋር አብሮ ራኢ መስራት የምትፈልጉ ሰዎች ሁላችሁ የመጀመሪያው ኤን ስልክ ያዙና ደግሞ ቀጥሎ የምትችሉ ያክል በየወር በቋሚነት እንደ አንድ ፓርትነር ኤን የሚያክል አደርጋለሁ የምትሉ ሰዎች ገንዘብ በማስገባት አንድ ደግሞ ቀጥሎ እኔ ካንተ ጋር መሆን ይፈልጋል የምትሉ ሰዎች ሁላችሁ ማለት ነው እዚህ ጋር ደውላችሁ ትመዘገባላችሁ እኔን ስማችሁን ይዤ ቢያንስ በወር አንድ ቀን መጸለይ ይፈልጋለሁ እንደው ገንዘብ ስጠኝና አንተ ቻው ብቻ አይደለም እናንተ ባላችሁ ነገር ባላችሁ ጉዳይ ተቆማላችሁ ደግሞ
I think the big question is why do you believe certain things? Why do you believe in Allah versus Jesus, or why do you believe in alternative medicine versus conventional medicine? And a lot of it has to do with what you're exposed to, as well as a number of biases that we as humans have that sort of colors the information we receive from the world. A large portion of its geography, right? So if you're born in Oklahoma, you're much more likely to become a Christian than you are a Hindu simply because everyone else around you is a Christian. But in terms of the specifics of our beliefs, they're very, very highly driven by, what we're imprinted with early. So, those people that are around us, as well as the fact that we naturally, as humans, seem to have these pieces built into our brain that want us to believe things that are not necessarily backed up by the evidence. There's been some very, very interesting research over about the last 15 years or so that has cleverly shown that children, I'm talking here under 2 years old, seem to be naturally wired to believe in things that are not necessarily actually there. And that certainly helps contribute to our belief in supernatural things later in life. I think one of the things that you have to do if you're trying to help other people see that maybe what it is that they are thinking is not necessarily accurate is you don't go up to them and say, hey, you're wrong. That's a completely wrong thing to do, and we actually know that from research is it's called psychological reactance, and I'll just say, hey, screw you, I'm double right now. So instead what you have to do is you have to help them understand, why is it that I believe these things and why is it that you believe what you believe? I'm a huge fan of the scientific method. I think one of the best things that our culture has produced over the last 400 years is the scientific method. And the reason is because what the scientific method does is it takes all of these biases, all these heuristics that we're naturally prone to, and it helps to eliminate them. It helps to control for all the things that we as humans naturally do so that we don't fool ourselves. And that's the key to any sort of real understanding of things is not just, oh, well, here's my evidence for it. It's, well, here's my unbiased evidence for it. For me personally, it's about seeing the world as it is, not as I want it to be. And I think the world would be a much better place if all of us were trained in how to think critically, in how to think rationally, in how to logically examine questions, and not just find what I want to believe, which is what we do naturally, but find what actually is or what actually isn't, so that you do so in an unbiased way.
Sometimes people hold a core belief that is very strong. When they're presented with evidence that works against that belief, the new evidence cannot be accepted. It would create a feeling that is extremely uncomfortable called cognitive dissonance. And because it is so important to protect the core belief, they will rationalize, ignore, and even deny anything that doesn't fit in with the core belief. Mark Twain, it's easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled. Why? Because they don't, understandably, want to realize they've been fooled. But it's a wonderful thing to realize you've been fooled. It's a great gift, because from that point you will not be fooled any longer. It's a wonderful gift.
Abundance is yours. Claim it today. Subscribe for more great videos.